Hi everybody, Nels Heiberg and another unboxing video. And I know I always start by saying I'm excited, but this time I'm so excited that as soon as I got the box, I had to come upstairs here to where I had the computer set up and do the video right away because I want to see what's in it. This is a box from one of my favorite companies. One of the companies I've subscribed to the longest, and definitely one of the ones that I have the most fun with. And I'm talking about the Mystery Experience Company. And this month's mystery, as you can see, Dead End. So this is a mystery box. You can see, I think these are going to be some of our suspects, maybe even victims for the month. Obviously a monthly box that comes with a mystery. They all take place in Forest City, so it's a very strange place to live because you have things happening at the asylum, at the university, various parts of town. You have things happening 100 years ago. You have things today. And there's that suspicious science lab that has the Department of Defense contracts outside of town. So every month there's a mystery to solve. And I like this company a lot because I really feel like the value is there. Because just looking at the box, very, very nicely printed. Every month it looks like the mystery. And it always looks good. Always check out the box. Like, I'll just have to point out, there's a number. And another number. So maybe those numbers are meaningful. Maybe not. That's the thing, is that we don't always know. So a couple of caveats before I open this box. This is my second time that I've done an unboxing of a video for the Mystery Experiences Company. And I received a couple of great comments on the last one that said to slow down a little and show the items in the box a bit more clearly. And apparently a couple of people, and I appreciate this, have used my video to check to see if they have everything in the box. And last month I did miss something because a couple of pages were stuck together, and this month I'll try to be a little slower about that. And I typically would flash things by the camera so that way people wouldn't be spoiled by something. But then again, if you don't want to be spoiled, it may be best not to watch. I'm not going to solve the mystery, and I'm not going to talk about what happens in the mystery after I'm done. I'm not going to do a follow-up video. This is just an unboxing where I respond to what's in here. I respond to the things that interest me and excite me and confuse me. And don't be surprised if I do say a couple of things that might help you solve the mystery, but I'm not trying to give away anything. I just look at it and go, oh, look, these two numbers are missing. Something's going on here. Oh, these initials here, I wonder if they mean this. So I'm genuinely giving a response, but I know last month I did that with a couple of things, and it turned out I was right. But I can also do it and turn out to be wrong, because believe me, I have times with past mysteries where I have spent the longest time on something, then I look at the hints online and I think, that's what I had to do? That thing, which I didn't think of and now seems so simple. And that is something else. There's a Facebook group for the Mystery Experiences Company where you can find hints and you can find the solution. So if you get stuck, there are places to go. And the Facebook group is great. There aren't spoilers unless someone doesn't follow the rules. And the rules generally, like if you have a problem with Dead End, you would go to the Facebook page and put Dead End question. And then the first comment to the post will be your actual question. So people know, don't click the comments if you don't want to see anything. And it's a great way, you will get hints. You can get help if you're really, really stuck. The Facebook page is a great place to go. Also on the Facebook page, you may notice Facebook pages for some of the people who appear in the mysteries. I just have to give a shout out Marta Perez, the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist for the Forest City Tribune. And then, of course, Cecil Chamberlain and Cecil's Cafe with the best key lime pie around. So if they're watching the video, hi, hope you know I love your work. Though I'm a little suspicious of Marta because of something that happened in a past mystery, but I won't go into that now. So there is a bigger story going on, and that's why there's also another page on Facebook for the meta mystery. Because the question is, why is all of this happening in Forest City? And you'll see names appear again, and places will appear again, and sometimes you'll see connections and go, wait a minute, didn't her grandfather have something to do with this when this happened? Or, you know, I see the last name here. Are these two people related? So those kinds of things. And obviously the big story, we don't know what's happening just yet because they have to keep the big story going so the monthly things can keep arriving. So all of that said, all those caveats, all those background things, I want to open the box. I want to see what's happening here. So like I said, very nicely designed box, great for storing the mysteries, or if you're an anal retentive Virgo like me, I keep the papers in a binder and I use the boxes for other things. But printed well. Always check out the box. Like I said, you may notice details or things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. Clearly, dead end, the prison, barbed wire toward the back. Something is happening. I get the feeling at the local penitentiary. So let's see what we have here. This. And what is it? Okay. There is a card that just states what the mystery is, gives you the image, and it explains where the hints... Take a look, see if you can see this, where the hints and solution are available, which I think says, yes, it gives the URL to the Facebook group. I will admit, I've already downloaded the tips page and things like that to my own computer. Haven't looked at them, but I have downloaded them, so I know if I get frustrated to go there. And I should say, I think some people, well, I should say, speaking for myself, at the very beginning, I felt like I had to do everything by myself, and if I missed something, there was something wrong with me, and it's like, then I realized it's just a freaking game, and we're supposed to have fun with it, so if you get frustrated, look up the hints, or just throw a question onto the Facebook page, and it's not that big of a deal. So, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun, and that's the thing, you're supposed to enjoy it. So that's the card. And it looks like we have a letter from Andrew Morgan, the Deputy Assistant Director of the Criminal Investigative Division at the FBI. We had a mystery a couple of months ago, 2-3, that involved us working for the FBI. So I'll have to go back and see if this is the same guy. But we have a letter that is explaining what's going on. I won't read the whole thing. But we're asked to be a special consultant in the murder of Raina Scott at Savage Bay Penitentiary. All right, like I said, Savage, names come up before, at the penitentiary, at the prison. So thank you for agreeing to act as a consulting investigator, because the FBI just loves to send things out in boxes. But I do appreciate being asked to do this. I will read through that later. What else do we have here? So we have our FBI badge. Like I said, I think I have another one of these with a different lanyard. So, but this is to get us into places so we can do the actual investigation we're here to do. There is a card for the attorney Sasha Day at Ogilvy, Thorne and Sharp. And again, if you've been playing along, you know Ogilvy, Thorne and Sharp are... And that's an important law firm in town. A lot happens there. And I'm not going to show this, but on the back of the card, there is something that says voice memo. So again, that's part of the mystery, is what does Sasha have to do with this? And there's a voice memo. Put that aside for now. So we also have a dog tag. Okay, something's written on it. Difficult to read just with the light. Robinson Dante. Dante's Bookshop. If you know the mysteries, okay. But it's you can see there's writing on it. Actually, it's a little bit easier to see there. U.S. Army. Okay, what's the connection with that? A die. Hey, is this the only one? Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Standard 6-sided. So I wonder, is this some kind of murder having to do with a craps game or something like that happening at the prison? But typical 6-sided. All right, let's see what's happening there. Then we have on top, let's see if I can gather them all together to show them. Okay. because there's always cards that will have photos of the suspects, of the victims, of interested parties. And this to me is one of the fun things about the project. I actually, as I said, anal retentive Virgo. I do have all of the suspect and victim cards in alphabetical order with notes on the back. And that's because you never know if they're going to appear again. So right now we have a suspect, Yuri DeSanto, aka Baggy Britches. And on the backs of these cards, now there's a suspect profile from the FBI. So I'm not going to be able to take notes unless I put them on Post-it notes, but we are getting a lot of details. So, okay, he's from the Wright Brothers Circus, the Wright Brothers Circus, where there was a freak show and a freak incident there. I missed that one, but I know some of the details. So we've got him as a suspect. Oh, Michael Cruz. All right, if you like photos of the bad boy types and tattoos, you're going to enjoy this one. But here we have him. Kevin Creech, another suspect. Papa Midnight, you may know him. Very pale white guy, but okay. Suspect Gabriel Conti. Suspect Justin Carr. There's some other cards. I'll show these in a minute because they aren't printed like the suspect cards. Suspect Andrew Duncan. Suspect Gerard Hennis. Suspect Isaac Mikhail. He looks happy. Suspect Donovan O'Carroll. Wonder if he's Irish. And I think last but not least, suspect Dante Robinson. So we have all of our suspects there. Unless I missed a card, and I'll point that out. Just have to point out that now that I'm looking at this dog tag, the name matches a suspect. So I have to check that out. So these are all of our suspects. No, I don't know what the mystery is yet and what they're suspected of, but clearly, you know, something happened in the prison. So we're going to have to read all about these people. There are some other cards. There will often be cards that have floor plans or are clues in other ways, like this one. Of a woman as a puppet. I don't know if she's alive or dead, but ha stab written on the front and something on the back. Clearly the back is a puzzle. I don't know if it's a cryptogram or what exact kind of puzzle it is, but it's a long puzzle. And again, the words, these are not words, which means that it's a puzzle, something to solve. Then there's another one. Okay, and I'll say the back of this is blank. I don't recognize her. Those who have played the game longer than I have might. So this is included. See what that is. Also in the box, and there's always pages. So I can pull these out. Well, let me go ahead and just say, at the bottom of every box is one of the most important pieces of information. The newspaper. So the Forest City Tribune, there's always going to be a copy. Sometimes, most of the time, it's a current copy. Sometimes it will be one from the past. There was one from 1873 or something like that when the mystery took place. So here's a newspaper. The newspaper is important. The guidelines generally say, first thing, look at everything in the box. Second thing, read the newspaper. So there may be an article about what happened. See right away. Murder. So I wonder if that's what we're going to be dealing with. Then you'll find other people. So, oh, there's a new mayor in town. Okay, congratulations. Or condolences. We'll see. So there's other stories. Sometimes they don't fit. But again, they might fit the meta mystery or they might drop in names that are familiar. Also check out all of the businesses. If they have a website, my piece of advice, bookmark the website. If they have a phone number, call the phone number. If there's something like that, keep it in mind that there may be some information there. And I do have, I'll say, a folder on my web browser that does have all the links that I've encountered and all the mysteries, so that way I can go back and see something sounds familiar. So this is the newspaper, which also has its URL at the top, so you can check things out. I'm not going to open it now. I'll just show the back. Okay, wanted. The Raven. Okay. That name has come up before. And ads for the Blue Note Jazz Cafe, the Dungeon Goth Bar, Christopher's Curiosities. These places will sound familiar to people that have been around. But if you haven't been around, dive in with the box you get, and you'll catch up to some things quickly. And also, I can say this for me personally, fresh eyes can sometimes be the better eyes, because sometimes a couple of times I can think of, I saw something, I thought, I bet this relates to this. And then I make a bigger deal out of it when it's not that big of a deal and there really is no connection, at least nothing that works at the time. So that can be an advantage to see these things for the first time. But a newspaper feels like maybe about 8 pages or so of reading. I always do grab my big yellow highlighter and read this first. So I'm going to put this over here, actually. Because yes, when I'm done with this, I'm probably going to get to reading, because I am excited about this. All right. As I said, there are always other pages that come with the mysteries that will have other information and puzzles and things like that. So here we have a homicide report. So this, I assume, is the person we're talking about, Raina Scott, which was mentioned in Assistant Deputy Director Morgan's letter. So we are investigating her murder, and we have all those suspects I've already shown you. Make sure I'm not pages sticking together. We have a homicide report with details. Check those out. There is a field report, which has, what does it say? An FBI field report summary. So it's got a date and the crime scene location. So this looks like the description of what was found in which place in the penitentiary. So, and there's 2 sides. So there's a lot that was going on there, a lot to find. An interview report with I would assume this is, let me see, with Warden Loring. So find out what the warden knew or didn't know. But a 1-page interview with Warden Walter Loring. Then an evidence report. 2 visitation sessions per day are available for inmates. Each session is 1 hour. 5 visitors were reported at this time. So it tells you what their names are, and it tells you what inmate was visited, and one name's redacted. And it says here, because of attorney-client privilege. So there is this brief evidence report, a visitor's log. There's that. Another evidence report. Discovery of hidden computer on May 26th. Yeah, making sure. A good thick piece of paper, so I want to make sure nothing is stuck together. But we have this evidence report of a hidden computer. Let me see. There is an image that was taken from the webcam. So, details there. So, lots of things to read, lots of background information. Now it looks like thick piece of paper. We have an evidence report, but you can see this is all jumbled. This is all, it is in English, so it doesn't look like a puzzle in that sense. I'm seeing, words, although watched him go into the talk here is. So I'm wondering the way it's cut up. It looks like a cut up letter, so maybe you got to put it back together or something. So I might have to get the scissors out for this one. But we've got this evidence report. So there's that. And I can say if you don't want to cut this up, because what I'm going to do is take a photo and then print it, and then I'll probably play with that one to keep this nice and pristine. Again, anal retentive Virgo. I like these things. A note. Just a note that starts out, I don't think I can do this anymore. And there's more. But it's just a note, so there's nothing else there. It ends with, I don't know what to do. Oh. Okay, let's see what that's about. A drawing might be a bit graphic for some because it looks clearly like blood. On a woman, very nice piece of art in terms of, the representation. On the back, lots and lots of, are they all letters? Looks like all letters. Some are in different colors. Some are in boxes. There are lines. It is all mixed up. Some of these things could be red herrings. You may spend your time thinking, okay, something here is this. It's clear this means something, and it might not mean something. So there's a lot happening here. I'm not seeing a lot of words jump out. So I'm not sure if we're going to find something or what kind of puzzle this is, but clearly a puzzle. Again, that other sheet that lists what was found in each room, I'm sure it will say where that was found. So then we have the Hangman dice game. Okay, so that die that was in the box looks like it's for part of Hangman. And Hangman, that was actually my first mystery way back at the beginning of the year. So I've met the Hangman before. Well, I haven't met him, thank goodness. But I've heard the Hangman doesn't screw around. So this explains how to play the game. And on the actual Hangman are numbers. So, can't help but wonder if the game went wrong or something like that. And then it looks like the last piece of paper is a floor plan of D Block in the Savage Bay Penitentiary. So we do have a map of the places of the cells, the yard, hallways, showers, the day room, assembly room, visitation, solitary. So here we have the map. So we can see what happened where or what was found where and all of that. That looks like everything. If I missed something, again, I apologize. I hope that doesn't confuse anyone. Lot to go through, but that's what I like about this. So there's going to be a lot to read. What I like to do is just go through it piece by piece. So like I said, I'm planning to read the newspaper at least this afternoon. Then I might take a look at the, first thing I'll do is then I'll read the letter, and I will read the reports from that probably, then go through these suspects and, see what I can find and all of that. But that is the mystery that arrived in May 2017 from the Mystery Experiences Company. URL in the description below. Do check them out. Also, when I checked my bank account this morning to see if something else had gone through, I saw that my next 6 months have been prepaid. So expect more of these videos. Like I said, this is the fun one because it's not just products, which I love those and I love using the products I get, but now I get to play around and see what's happening in Forest City, because in Forest City there's always something going on. So until the next box arrives, I'm Nels Heiberg, and I'll see you soon.